From Martirelli Stadium in Westview, Pennsylvania, tonight the Penn Hills Indians take on the Indians of North Hills to decide the WPIAL Northern Conference and 5A Championship. A very pleasant good evening to you. I'm Bill Navari. The Indians 6-0, 9-0 on the season against the Indians of North Hills, 5-1, 6-3. All that matters in this game is the 6-0 and 5-1. It's like this for the Indians. They win. I should say for Penn Hills. This is going to get me all night. For Penn Hills, they win the conference. North Hills wins. They need Hampton to knock off Mars. And then the North Hills Indians would be the Northern Conference champs in 5A. Also for the Indians, for Penn Hills, if Mars beats Hampton, the Penn Hills Indians are the conference champions. The Indians versus Indians battle is for the top spot in the Northern Conference. As we mentioned, Penn Hills clinches the conference title with a victory or a Mars win, while North Hills needs to beat Penn Hills and have Hampton upset Mars. Penn Hills, led by 5A's leading passer, Hollis Mathis, 1,922 passing yards, 25 touchdowns. Penn Hills also has the best secondary in the WPIAL, is stacked with D1 recruits, including Daquan Hardy, Dante Cephas, Akeem Snell, and Corey Thomas, who will not be playing tonight with an injured calf. Many of them also play receiver, which has created a dangerous offensive attack. Hardy, 598 yards and 13 touchdowns, leads the team. But Dante Cephas has 450 yards and 5 touchdowns. Thomas, 198 and 4 TDs. Again, he'll be out tonight. And Anthony Grimes, the junior, 392 yards, 5 touchdowns have been key factors. On the ground, Tank Smith, 942 rushing yards tonight, or for the season, has an opportunity tonight to go over 1,000 yards. He has 14 touchdowns. He's averaging 9 yards per carry, is Tank Smith. For the North Hills Indians, their offense has relied upon the running game. Touchdown, Tyler Brennan, 773 yards, 18 touchdowns. Got off to a hot start, scoring 10 touchdowns in the first 2 games. Unfortunately, Brennan suffered an injury and missed some time in the middle of the season, but has returned to the lineup and has found the end zone 5 times in the last 2 weeks. In his absence, Tyler Tomasic, 535 yards, 1 touchdown. Curtis Foskey, 250 and 2 touchdowns. And Tommy McDonough, 243 yards and 1 touchdown. All prove they were capable backs as well. North Hills Indians have a revolving door quarterback and averages 4 pass attempts per game, so the Penn Hills Indians are going to have to step up and try to stop the rush tonight if they want to be successful against these North Hills Indians. Penn Hills will receive the opening kickoff. It's a squib kick. Tank Smith from his 22-yard line looks for somewhere to go. Gets across the 30, and Penn Hills will start at about their own 35-yard line. Seamus Conley on the tackle for North Hills. Indians decked out in the road, white jerseys, white pants. They have the red helmets. North Hills all red with white helmets. Mathis in the shotgun. As Jordy Boswell to his right, and it's going to be Boswell coming this way. Hit in the backfield, loses the ball, picks it up, goes the other way, and has a bit of a room. Boswell across the 35, turns negative yards into positive. We'll have a first down across the 50 at the 48-yard line. 17 yards for Boswell. He came this way, dropped the football, finally brought down by number 77, Roland Novosedliak. But Boswell came this way, lost the football, picked it up, reverse direction, had some blockers, and was able to pick up the 17 yards. First down, Penn Hills in North Hills territory. Rain coming down, nice mist, going left, blowing left to right. Indians going into the wind. Pistol formation for the Indians, and a penalty flag comes in. They say the Indians moved. So instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 15 for the Penn Hills Indians. Unfortunate for the weather tonight because it's certainly held off. It should have been a very large crowd. The Tribe on hand tonight for Penn Hills on the far side of the field in their clear rain jackets. 2 buses worth this week. Great job, Penn Hills Tribe. Tank looks for somewhere to go, goes right. And we'll wind up losing a yard. Larian Mertezi on the tackle for North Hills. Now it'll be second down 16 for Penn Hills. Penn Hills will be at home next Friday night. Right now the only team in 5A which has clinched a home playoff spot next week. The Indians could finish Penn Hills could finish no less than second in the conference. Pass complete to the near side. Rick Martin will get back to the original line of scrimmage. Picks up 6. Tyler Tomasic on the tackle for North Hills. It'll be third down and 10 for the Penn Hills Indians. Again, Penn Hills wins, they are the conference champs. North Hills wins, they need Hampton to knock off Mars. Mars wins, Penn Hills is the conference champ no matter what happens here. Mathis, straight drop, and he's going to take off running. Looks for somewhere to go, comes to the near side. Wrapped up, brought down at the 44-yard line. Tackled by Curtis Foskey. A late penalty flag will come in. Mathis picks up 5. We'll check the call on the penalty. They're pointing towards the Indians of Penn Hills. It's going to get me all night. Dead ball personal foul call. It'll knock the Indians back, Penn Hills back another 15 yards. So they'll be punting from their own territory now. That's the kind of penalty the Penn Hills has avoided all season. Plowden back for the Indians to punt. Nice kick by Plowden. Tomasic back. That's a bounce in front of him. The Indians will down it at the 30-yard line. So North Hills will get their first opportunity with 9:22 to go here in quarter number 1. And they'll start at their own 30. Tank Smith will drop Tyler Brennan for a loss. Second and 13. North Hills tries to go left. Jordy Boswell says no. Tomasic, no gain. And knowing that North Hills primarily runs the ball 99% of the time, the Indians are going to be stacking that. Penn Hills are going to be stacking that line. Brennan in the shotgun for North Hills. He'll keep it himself, tries to come this way. Boswell gets a paw in, trips him up, goes down at the 30-yard line. We'll give Brennan 3 on the play, but it'll be 4th and 10 for North Hills. And they'll bring the punting unit on. Nice play by Jordy Boswell. Brennan cut to the right, but Boswell got that paw out. Knocked that foot into the other one, tripped him up. And Penn Hills should get the ball back. Soccer-style kick taken at the 35-yard line. Hardy looks for somewhere to go, runs backwards. avoiding some tackers. Tries to get to the outside. Skirts the sideline, still on his feet, goes down in North Hills territory. At about the 46-yard line. Pitch, right side, Tank. Carries North Hills Indians into the secondary, down close to the 30-yard line. We have first down, Indians at the Penn Hills at the 31. 16-yard pickup for Smith. And the Indians now down to the 31-yard line. Not getting your Ethernet? Near side, a penalty flag comes in. Boswell, touchdown Penn Hills. Penalty flag back at the 25-yard line. Holding call from the 26-yard line. In essence, a loss of 5. Bernard, unplug us. Unplug our Ethernet. Unplug our Ethernet. Mathis keeps it himself. It's inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Pickup of 12, tackle by Damon Thompson. He's had some movement in the backfield. We're back. Mathis, straight drop, looking, throwing downfield, has a man towards the end zone. Touchdown, Penn Hills. Cephas got the paws up, hold it in. Touchdown, Penn Hills Indians, 38 yards. Mathis to Cephas. And the Indians of Penn Hills strike first. Touchdown coming with 5:36 to go here in quarter number 1. Calling legal substitution call against Penn Hills. I think they have too many men on the field. They do have 12 men. Penn Hills loses the snap. The kick fails. And the score remains Penn Hills 6, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Kickoff taken at the 13, returned out to the 30-yard line. Three yards for Tyler Tomasic. Pair of fives, Tank Smith brings him down. A gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8 for North Hills. Clock running, approaching 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Penn Hills 6, North Hills nothing. Dante Cephas hauling in a 38-yard pass from Hollis Mathis. Bad snap on the point after. And that's where we stand. Brennan comes this way, out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Forced that way by Jordy Boswell. Call it no gain. And that'll bring up a third down and 8 for North Hills. Tomasic will shift over at quarterback. Running a Wildcat going left. Tank Smith will wrap him up after pickup of about 2. And it'll bring up a fourth down and 6 for North Hills. Hardy back for Penn Hills. Let's see if they kick to him. Low snap. They will indeed kick to him. Nice, high, long, deep kick. Hardy from his own 15-yard line, and the momentum brought him backwards, and North Hills, Kagan Bryant will tackle him at the 7-yard line. Great kick, nice coverage by North Hills. Pitch near side. Tank does not go down, but he goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Second down, 4 for Penn Hills. Pistol formation, Tank deep. And it will be Tank. He's going to lose a couple. So that'll be 3rd and about 7. Mathis flanked by Tank and Hardy. Mathis flushed this way. Looking, throws downfield, has a man too far for Rick Martin. And Penn Hills is going to have to punt from deep in their own territory. North Hill should come out with great field position after this one. Thank you all for tuning in to watch our broadcast here on YouTube of Penn Hills and North Hills. Those of you who would like to continue watching us, help us bring the broadcast to you in the WPIL playoffs. We'd appreciate it if you check out our GoFundMe page, which we have put on Twitter, and help support us and get the games on for the playoffs. Tomasic from his 37-yard line. Loses the football, and it looks like North Hills came up with it. They did. Johnny on the spot was John Knockel. That ball came flying out of there. So North Hills will take over. 2:57 to go here in the opening period. Great field position at the Penn Hills 25-yard line. But this one's coming back. So personal foul against North Hills will mark it back to the 40-yard line. Still good field position for North Hills. Brennan cuts left, chased, and forced out of bounds on the far side by Dylan Bennett at the 32-yard line. And a penalty flag at the 33. That is going to be holding against North Hills. That'll remain first down, but it'll be 1st and 13 for North Hills. First down and 13. So a lot of games tonight to decide the WPIAL playoffs. The only thing we know for certain is Penn Hills will be hosting next Friday night. They could finish no worse than 2nd in the 5A Northern Conference. Tyler Brennan comes this way. Indians string it out nicely, and he'll be dropped for a loss. Tank Smith will hit him back at the 47-yard line. Be a loss of 4. And brings up a 2nd and 17 for North Hills. Tomasic gets a little bit of a seam, picks up a few yards. And that's about it. The Indians will drop him. after a gain of about 3. It's Kawhi Featherstone with the tackle for the Indians. Tyler Brennan to the 39-yard line. Gain of 5. It'll be 4th and 9 for North Hills. Looking for the GoFundMe page. You can check our Facebook page at Penn Hills Indians Quarterback Club. We also have a link on Twitter, our Twitter page. Again, PHQB Club on Twitter. See if we can find you the actual link address for that. We appreciate you folks who are reaching out to us. And timeout on the field. 33 seconds to go, first quarter. Penn Hills 6, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Fourth Hills, and they're going to punt. At least appear to. And they will. Booming kick. Goes out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And mark them at the 14-yard line. 28 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Indians start, Penn Hills starting at their own 14. For those of you looking for the fund drive, go to GoFundMe.com and I guess search Penn Hills QB Club Fund Drive. Mathis this side, Cephas gets the paws down, prevents it from hitting the turf. Nice play by Cephas, great hands out at to the 19-yard line, picks up 5. Cephas is listed as 6'1", but that kid has to be like 6'4". He's huge. That'll be it for the first quarter. End of 1. Penn Hills 6, North Hills nothing. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Penn Hills now moving left to right. And Penn Hills decked out in the road whites, red helmets. North Hills all red, white helmets. Mathis, quick toss, left side again. Cephas, who have the first down. Skirts the sideline into the secondary. Cephas brought down about the 40-yard line. Big lineman coming down to make the tackle, Jason Biswick. And Biswick slow to get up. 21-yard pickup, Mathis to Cephas. And a first down for the Indians, and Biswick stays down. Take an injury timeout. 11:52 to go first half. Penn Hills 6, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Indians 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Martin comes in motion this way. Straight chop. Mathis wanted to take off, slipped on the wet turf, still on his feet, finally brought down. Be a big loss. Back at the 32-yard line. It's a loss of 5 for Mathis. Looked like it was a quarterback draw the entire way, but Mathis slipped on the wet surface, and there's another injured North Hills Indian. 11:38 to go, first half. Penn Hills 6, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Second and 15, Penn Hills, back at their own 32-yard line. Take the Indy, pitch left side, Tank. Tank pulls over one man after he picks up about 4 yards. Looked like Tomasic. This pair of fives have been meeting quite often tonight. Play action. Mathis takes off running as the pocket collapses. Mathis can get to the outside, may have the first down, and he does. And he'll wisely step out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Pick up a 14 for Mathis. And a first down for your Indians. And Penn Hills will use a timeout. 10:40 to go, first half. Penn Hills 6, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. First and 10, Penn Hills at the 50-yard line. Mathis with Smith to his right. And it'll be Smith going left side. Across the 50, the 45, tries to leap. Roman apparently does. And gets down close to the first down. In fact, he will have it at the 40-yard line. Oh, my. Tank went up and rode over the tackler. Did not touch the ground. Picks up another 6 yards after it, after the leap.
First and 10, Penn Hills, on the North Hills, 39-yard line.
And he's brought down at the 39, 11-yard pickup for Tank. Another big run by the Indians, still going. Boswell inside the 15 down to the, we're going to mark him right at the 15-yard line. Tomasic with the tackle, 24 yards for Boswell, and another first down for the Indians. And now North Hills will use a timeout. 9:42 to go, first half. Penn Hills up by 6. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Boswell and Mathis. Boswell and Smith flanking Mathis. Boswell left side breaks a tackle. I think we'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain. So it'll be second down and 10 from the 15. Brandon Manning, the tackle for North Hills.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10 for Penn Hills.
Tank to the left. Boswell to the right. Low snap. Picked up by Tank. Looking for somewhere to go. Gets to the outside. Does. Gets positive yardage. Skirts the sideline. Finally forced out of bounds by Damon Thompson. And he'll get down to the 8-yard line. A pickup of 7. on a broken play. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be a direct snap to Tank. Called a pickup of 8, 3rd and 2. Down to 7-yard line. 4-down territory for the Indians. Smith to Mathis is right. And the Indians false start. So instead of 3rd and 2, it'll be 3rd and 7. Mathis straight drop, looking, end zone, touchdown Penn Hills! Taekwon Hardy hauls it in, and the Indians extend the lead. 12 yards, Mathis to Hardy, and the Indians up 12-0. Touchdown coming with 9:20 to go here in quarter number 2. Mathis threw that one into double coverage, but Hardy came up with it. Indians will go for 2. Mathis throws into the end zone. Rick Martin wants a flag, and there it is. And a pass incomplete in the corner of the end zone. Score remains Penn Hills 12, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Indians go 10 plays, 86 yards. Drive started in the first quarter with 9:20 to go here in quarter number 2. They lead 12-0. Kickoff taken at the 20-yard line. Bryant looking for somewhere to go, and he'll get out to the 34. And North Hills will start there. Curtis Foskey, first carry of the night, picks up 6 yards. Great crowd on hand tonight watching on YouTube. Appreciate it. We're on the road, so no Strausses in the box tonight. They are in D.C. visiting their first grandchild, Luke. So we'll say hello to the Strausses. Foskey again, submarined by Grimes. Pretty close to the first down. We'll give him a pickup of 4 and a first down. Are they not giving him the first down? No, they are not. Well, 3rd and 1. If North Hills picks this up, it'll be their first down of the contest. Foskey hit in the backfield by Boswell, but he's able to pick up 3 yards. And a first down for North Hills. And a late penalty flag comes in. Unsportsmanlike conduct call against Penn Hills. Coaches definitely do not like that one. Foskey again. Pair of 24s on this one, brought down by Terry Brooks. And another unsportsmanlike conduct call on Penn Hills. That'll be a first down for North Hills. Indians are just giving them the field on this drive with 2 unsportsmanlikes. Can't just give a team 30 yards on a drive for free. That's what Penn Hills has done. Ball now at the Penn Hills 24-yard line. Clock stopped, and now running. 7:20 to go here in the first half. Foskey submarined by Boswell. Oh, no gain. It'll be second down and 10. Clock not a factor here. 6:45 and running. A penalty flag comes in. I think it's might get tagged against North Hills. And it did. It jumped. It'll be 2nd and 15 now for North Hills. Penalty marches them back to the Penn Hills 29-yard line. Wind shifting. The rain now coming this way. Yay. All right, next Friday night, it's the WPIL playoffs, and it's November. Already, Christmas is coming. Loose football. Tyler Brennan wisely jumps on it. An illegal shift call is going to go against North Hills here. See if Penn Hills marches them back 5 or just takes the play. That's going to be that negates the play. So North Hills gives 10 of those 30 yards back on the last 2 plays. March back to the 34. And the bands start making their way around the fields. Those of you watching at home, we will stay right here. You'll get to see the bands at halftime. Tyler Brennan, right side, throws. First pass attempt of the game, incomplete. Out in the flat was Brandon Manning. A little too far. Brennan was rushed on the play with the pass rush, and now it's 3rd down and 20. North Hills trails by 12. Clock stops, 5:45 to go here in the second. Brennan rolls to his left, looks, throws underneath, and the pass incomplete. Again, it was intended for Manning. And it'll be 4th and 20 at the 39-yard line. North Hills is going to send out the punting unit. Dan Wagner will kick, and he's been booming them, but he's going to kick this one from inside his own 45. Standing at his own 46. He'll kick it from about his 45, see if he pooches it. Otherwise, he can put this one up with the Rowdy Rooters. Martin comes in, almost blocks it, but he doesn't, and a great punt by Wagner, which rules dead at the 2-yard line, and a late penalty flag comes in. Against Penn Hills, it really can't do much more damage except march them back to the 1. Officials are conferring. Personal foul against Penn Hills. We'll march them back to the 1-yard line. So I'm sure Penn Hills would like to do a 99-yard drive here before halftime. North Hills gets the ball to start half number 2. But there's still 5:28 to go here in half number 1. Mathis in his own end zone with Tank Smith to his right. Mathis will throw underneath. Has a man, had Snell. A paw was on him. Nothing was called. Indians, Penn Hill showing some chutzpah there, throwing from their own end zone like that. Mathis again will throw. Cephas catches it his 4-yard line, comes to the near side, across the 20, breaks a tackle, 25. Cephas up the sideline, out of bounds at the 30-yard line. "29 yards for Cephas. That's a first down for the Penn Hills Indians. Dante Cephas having himself a first half here at Martirelli Stadium tonight. Penn Hills now with some breathing room. Clock stopped at 5:14. Cephas went out of bounds. Smith moves up to Mathis' right. And it will be Smith going left across the 30, the 35, the 40. Smith up the sideline across the 50. Bulls over a man into North Hills Indian territory. Out of bounds at the North Hills 47. 23 yards for Tank Smith. And Penn Hills with a first down in North Hills territory. Tank was just rumbling over people. Tank will come this way. Wrapped up. Ooh, dangerous way he went down. Looked like he did a split. Smith pops up after pickup of 2. Damon Thompson, the tackle for North Hills. Derek Topek. Mathis is right. He'll lead the blocking for Hardy. Hardy crossed the 35-30 out of bounds. It's a first down for Penn Hills at the 30-yard line. 17 yards for Hardy on the sweep. And another first down for Penn Hills. Indians will get tagged for the false start. Topek goes out. Tank Smith comes in. .412 left here in the first half. Penn Hills 12, North Hills nothing. Penn Hills wins. They win the 5A Northern Conference title. North Hills needs to win and get some help from Hampton. Mathis. He held for no gain. That'll bring up a 2nd and 15. Again, win or lose, Penn Hills will be hosting a playoff game next Friday night at Uhas McGinley Stadium. Penn Hills could finish no worse than 2nd in the conference. Mathis throwing downfield, a little high for Hardy. And are they going to roll it picked off? They're going to roll incomplete. They're going to roll it incomplete. Keegan Bryant almost came up with that one. I think if you're Pat Carey, the head coach of North Hills, you might be asking for a replay. But a penalty flag back at the 44-yard line of Penn Hills. Illegal hands to the face against North Hills. That's a 15-yard penalty and a first down for Penn Hills. Wow. What an unfortunate turn of events for North Hills. They almost came up with the interception, but instead they gave Penn Hills a first down at the 14-yard line. 3:19 remains here in half number 1. Penn Hills 12, North Hills nothing. There it's famous Martorelli Stadium in Westview. Boswell to the 10-yard line, picks up 4. Bosky with the tackle for North Hills. Clock rules under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Mathis fakes the jet sweep to Hardy. Chased. Looks to his left, throws, and a pass incomplete. It's intended for Grimes. to bring up a 3rd and 6. Indians 3rd and 6. Mathis into the end zone, in and out of the hands of Daquan Hardy, who was well defended by Jeffrey Bear. I think Bear might have got a paw in there to tip that one away from Hardy. Indians with a 4th and 6. They're going to go for it. Peters Township up 28-0 over Baldwin. Mathis looks left, runs right. Has a lane inside the 10, and he's going to go out of bounds. What are they going to mark him? At the 6-yard line. And that'll be enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup for Mathis. And it'll be 1st and goal, Penn Hills. Shaler up 35-0 at halftime. They're going to have a running clock in the second half. Shaler making the playoffs. Congratulations, Titans. Hardy, jet sweep left, has some blockers in tank. Hardy, touchdown, Penn Hills. 6 yards for Hardy, his 2nd touchdown of the game. Indians extend the lead with 2:07 to go here in the half. And no doubt Penn Hills will go for 2. And the Indians will be held short. Score remains. Penn Hills 18, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Indian squib kick taken at the 39-yard line. Going down with it right there was Brandon Manning. Nice to see A.J. Collins back in doing some kicking for the Indians. And looks like Manning's still on the field. 2:05 to go, first half. Penn Hills 18, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. And for those of you watching at home, we appreciate your support. Next week starts the WPIL playoffs, and we'd appreciate it if you'd like to continue watching Indians football on the internet. We need your help. We need to raise some money to be able to do the rights fees, and we're going to be broadcasting our games on the Trib High School Sports Network. You can find your way to go to GoFundMe. Look for the Penn Hills Indians Quarterback Club Drive, or go to our Facebook page, Penn Hills Indians Quarterback Club. And we'd appreciate your support of our broadcasts. Bryant, jet sweep this way. Picks up 2 yards. Rick Martin, the tackle for the Indians. And North Hills will get the ball to start half number 2. So if North Hills is able to get some points here before the half starts, they have an opportunity to get back into it at the start of the second half. Brennan, quarterback keeper. Jordy Boswell wraps him up. Brennan looks like we'll have the first down. I think there might be a little problem with the clock here. The back judge looked at the scoreboard, blew the whistle, and came in and talked to the head referee. Clock right now reads 1:10.
This game makes it first down, North Hills.
And it hasn't changed yet. There it is, 1:19. Tomasic goes in motion to the right. Brennan keeps it himself, gets nailed by Tank Smith. 2 yards for Brennan. I'll give him 3, 2nd and 7. We'll be showing the bands here at halftime. If you're interested in scores, switch over to the Trib High School Sports Network. Don Rebel will have a bunch of halftime scores coming up. Tomasic with a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down. The North Hills faithful not liking the play calls. And North Hills will use a timeout. 19 seconds to go here in half number 1. Penn Hills 18, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Woodland Hills tied with Char Valley in the 3rd quarter. And Mount Lebanon up 17-7 over Central at halftime. Brennan, swing pass. He can throw it again. It's a lateral. Looking for somewhere to go, and there is nowhere to go. And Penn Hills, Jordy Boswell will suplex Maxwell Sharp. The North Hills faithful don't like the exuberance shown by Boswell. Penn Hills will call a timeout. The loss will be back at the 40-yard line. It's about a 13-yard loss. Brennan lateraled it over to Sharp. Sharp was going to be able to throw it again, but the Indians were right there. It's 4th down. 7 seconds remain. I guess the Indians are hoping that North Hills are going to punt it, and Hardy has an opportunity to return. And if you're North Hills, why would you kick it to Hardy? Scoreboard off to our left shows 7 seconds. Hardy will drop back. Indians will send 10 men up front. North Hills punter is Dan Wagner, and he's a good one. Dylan Bennett will watch the gunner to the right. Indians almost block it. Did they get a piece of it? They did. And it goes out of bounds with 1 second to go. Anthony Grimes does get a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds at the Penn Hills 42-yard line. So 1 second remains. The Indians will have an opportunity for one play, barring a penalty. Tough crowd up here for North Hills.
First down and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mathis. He's going to look. Launches one. Downfield. Has a man. And it falls incomplete. Tank Smith was down there, the intended receiver. And that'll do it for half number one. After one half of play, the score, Penn Hills 18, North Hills nothing. The bands are coming up next. Second half action on its way here in 20 minutes. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, thanks.
Make some noise once again. The Penn Hills favorite, Archie Band. The band is led by Michael Berkey, assistant director Tiffany Szynski, visual ensemble and trainers are Trippy Brown and Elizabeth Panowski, visual ensemble captains are Leah Allen, Kristen Knott, and Rashay Jackson. This is the voice of the band, Eric Cooper, saying thank you so much for your support and attention this evening. Now it's time to hear some more rock and roll sounds from the Penn Hills Archery Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the band of proud traditional excellence, the award-winning North Hills High School Marching Band, and led on the field by drum major Emily McGee.
528. You can claim your winnings in the press box 260528.
Yeah. How come you were having a hard time? All right.
Keep recording. It was recording all the way through. Well, it's recording. Oh, it was all recording on there. I didn't touch it. I just moved it. I touched it. Where's the button?
This red, either this red one here or this red one over here.
You know what? I might have tried to check this.
Yeah.
So it's only been going for like 2 minutes.
Oh, all right.
Got a big number for you guys. Bill, going to pick the photo.
Yeah. Well,
Gateway's 7-0. 7-0 Gateway.
really checking, weren't you? Second half action about to get underway here at Martorelli Stadium in Westview with the score Penn Hills 18, North Hills nothing. Some quick stats from the first half. Penn Hills more first leads in the first down category, 15-3 over North Hills. Two of those three first downs for North Hills was via penalty on the same drive. In fact, all three first downs came on the same drive for North Hills. Indians lead the rushing totals, 160-40. Passing-wise, Indians 110. North Hills -2 yards. Total net yards 270 for Penn Hills, 38 for North Hills. Some individual stats. Rushing, Tank Smith, 9 carries, 66 yards. Tank has gone over 1,000 yards rushing on the season. So congratulations to Tank. Boswell, 5 carries, 50 yards. Passing-wise, Hollis is 6 of 11 for 2 touchdowns. No interceptions, has not been sacked. Receiving, Dante Cephas, 4 catches, 90 yards and a touchdown. What a first half by Cephas. Hardy, 1 for 12 and a touchdown. Rick Martin, 1 for 8. Also a big story, Jordy Boswell, 8 solo tackles in the first half. Boswell has been just everywhere in the first half for the Penn Hills Indians. Penn Hills will kick off to start half number 2. Again, Penn Hills in all white, red helmets. North Hills all red, white helmets. Kickoff taken at the 20-yard line. Hollinger looks for somewhere to go, and the Indians will close quickly. And they are going to flag Penn Hills Indians' Jawan Brown for excessive tackling. Penalty, move the ball out to the 39-yard line. No surprise there. North Hills keeps it on the ground. Curtis Foskey with a nice run, picks up 12 yards. That's a first down for North Hills. Only their fourth of the contest. Foskey again gets submarine in the backfield by who? Jordy Boswell. Boswell's ninth solo tackle of the contest. Brings up a 2nd and 11 for North Hills. Ball back on their side of the 50. Brian in a quarterback for North Hills. Foskey again. Dives ahead. Tank Smith with the tackle, and he's slow in getting up, but he does get up. Kawhi Featherstone with the tackle for Penn Hills. Brings up a 3rd down and 8 for the Penn Hills Indians. Maxwell Sharp sacked on the play by Devin Best. Lose 6 yards. And brings up a 4th down. Dan Wagner comes in to punt again, and he's been booming some. Pinned the Indians at the 2 in the first half. Line drive kick will bounce at the 30. Gets by Cephas, who picks it up at the 17-yard line. Cephas tries to get to the outside and almost did. Brought down from behind by Jeffrey Bear. The Indians will start at their own 18 with 9:34 to go here in quarter number 3. It'll be Penn Hills' first possession of the half.
Penn Hills starts his drive on his own 18-yard line.
Yindy Parker left side across the 30, drags North Hills Indians across the 35 out to the 39-yard line. 21 yards for Yindy Parker.
Parker was brought down, number 13, Jeff Bear. Gain of 21 on the play. 1st and 10, Penn Hills.
Parker again, left side. Loses the football, goes out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's another 7 yards for Indy. Parker to Mathis's right, Tank deep in the pistol. Cephas and Hardy to the near side, Grimes left. It's going to be Mathis this way on the option. Mathis keeps it himself across the 45, across the 40, up the sideline, inside the 30-yard line, out of bounds. The first down for Penn Hills, pushed out by Timothy Sudo. 25 yards on the scramble for Mathis. And another Penn Hills Indian first down. 8:46 to go here in quarter number 3. Parker to the 25-yard line. Larian Mertezi to tackle for North Hills. Parker pick up a 4. Mathis leans in, tells something to Parker, and it's going to be Tank. Left side follows the block of Parker. Tank tries to get to the outside and does. Inside the 20, 15, 10. Tank inside the 5. It'll be first and goal. Indians at the 4-yard line. 20 yards for Tank. And the Indians knocking on the door again. Clock will stop. 7:58 to go here, quarter number 3. Penn Hills 18. North Hills nothing. Tank sidesteps one. Can't sidestep big number 61, Larian Mertezi. That could be held for no gain. Parker moves to the left side of Mathis. Tank follows the blocks into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn Hills. Tank Smith joins the touchdown parade. 4-yard run. The Indians extend the lead to 24-0. Collins' kick partially blocked. The score remains Penn Hills 24, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Indians 7 plays, 82 yards on the touchdown drive, capped off by Tank Smith's 4-yard run. Indians up 24-0. A victory tonight by the Indians. They clinched the 5A Northern Conference title. Indians already have guaranteed themselves a home playoff game next Friday night. Picked up at the 25-yard line. Hollinger comes this way, still on his feet, looking for somewhere to go, and finally brought down at the 23. Again, if you enjoy our broadcasts, hope you'll help us bring you coverage through the WPIAL playoffs. We do ask your support. If you go to our GoFundMe page, look us up on our Facebook page, Penn Hills Indians Quarterback Club, or check us on Twitter, PHQB, at PHQB Club. You can find the links to our GoFundMe page to help us continue our live broadcasts. Bryant tries to sweep this way, and it's a 6-yard loss. A tackle by Jordy Boswell once again. Checking our numbers on the broadcast, and I think it's the biggest numbers we've had so far. And we appreciate you folks tuning in. Indians jump off sides. Indians up 24-0 here in the third, just starting to tee off now. 5:42 remain. Mars, the last report we had was shutting out Hampton 9-0. So Mars win hands the title to the Indians, no matter what happens in this contest, but the Indians, Penn Hills, are up 24-0. They'd just like to win it outright. Boswell with another tackle. Time on Foskey. So the Indians 9-0 for the first time since 1996. Indians trying to go 10-0 for the first time since 1995. That's how special this season has been for the Indians of Penn Hills. The Indians jumped again. I'll bring up a 3rd and 4 for North Hills. Ball at the North Hills 29-yard line. Appreciate all our alum who have been checking in with us tonight. And this one should go against North Hills. Yes, it is. So offensive line had a little bit of a jump there. Foskey again comes this way. Does a nice job to break a tackle. Gets across the 30 to the 32-yard line. He'll be short of the first down. They need to get to the 34-yard line, it appears. And Penn Hills will call timeout. Coach LeDon's going to come on and talk to his troops. We'll take a timeout. 3:37 to go, third quarter. Penn Hills 24, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. North Hills will come on and punt following the timeout. Hardy drops back for the Indians. Indians already got their hands on one punt tonight. And the Indians jump off sides and give North Hills a first. Boy, they throw the flag to the right. It's going to be a false start. Nope, they threw the flag the wrong direction. 5-yard penalty gives North Hills a first down. Things are getting a little rough out there. Devin Best on the bottom of the pile. Things starting to get a little chippy out there, Bernard. Both sides need to be careful. You get ejected from this game, you will not be allowed to participate next week in round one of the playoffs. Ball's on the field. The Indians say that Penn Hill says they have it. And the officials, oh no, they're saying third down. Foskey was able to recover his own fumble. That'd be third down and 4. Foskey looks for somewhere to go, and he's brought down by Tank Smith. Well, it's about half a yard. We'll call it no gain. It's fourth down for North Hills. They're going to bring Wagner back on to punt. Indians need to stay on side and not give them another free first down. Clock running. 1:45 to go here, quarter number 3. Penn Hills 24, North Hills 0. High snap. Wagner loses a hand on it, picks it up, gets the kick away. Take a North Hills bounce, picked up. Penalty flag comes in at the 30-yard line. Hardy picked it up so to avoid a North Hills bounce. Goes dead at the 20. Penn Hills takes over with 1:23. You have to check the flag. Another penalty back at the 40-yard line. 2 penalties. We may wind up doing this one over. Woodland Hills up 28-14 in the fourth quarter over Char Valley. Final from Mars. The Planets 30, Hampton 6. Indians are your 5A conference champions. So we're going to kick this one again. Once the officials figure it out. Still 1:23 to go here in the third. Once again, the Indians have won the 5A Northern Conference title by way of a Mars victory over Hampton. Low snap picked up by Wagner, gets the kick away, and a booming kick over the head of Hardy and goes out of bounds. Mark it at the 15-yard line. Might be time for the Indians to start getting the clean jerseys in. As we used to call them back in the day when we played on grass. Tank moves up to Mathis's left. It's going to be Boswell. No, Mathis keeps it himself, loses the football, and North Hills has it at the 25-yard line. First turnover of the game goes the way of North Hills. Sharp in at quarterback, had nowhere to go. Loses 7. Foskey for 2. And there's an injured North Hills Indian on the field. 3 seconds ago here in quarter number 3. Penn Hills 24, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Third quarter score, Penn Hills 24, North Hills 0.
They'll wind out the last 3 seconds of the quarter. We'll go to the fourth quarter with the score. Penn Hills 24, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Foskey with nary a yard. Pass incomplete by North Hills. Indians will take, Penn Hills will take over on downs. Penn Hills takes over with 11-12 to go here in this contest. Start at their own 29-yard line. Tank scrambling to his right. Will have close to a first down. Looks like he'll be just short. In case you joined us late, Tank went over 1,000 yards rushing on the season in the first half. And here in the second half, we get the score from Mars. They defeat Hampton, which hands the Indians the conference title. No matter the outcome of this game, but the Indians are in charge. Boswell wrapped up after picking up the first down at the 40-yard line. Mathis, they're going to set up the screen. North Hills will flush him out of the pocket this way. Throws one downfield. Too high. It was intended for Cephas. It should be intended for Snell. Mathis complete right side, Cephas. They go down at the 42-yard line, picks up a 7. Mathis, quick toss, right side. Tank will have a first down and more. Tank into the secondary, and Tank is gone across the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Penn Hills, 58 yards. Goes Tank Smith. Touchdown coming with 8:43 to go here in the fourth quarter. High snap. Collins gets the kick up. And the kick is good. 8:43 to go. Fourth quarter. Penn Hills 31. North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Kickoff taken at the 25-yard line. Coming this way is Bryant, and he'll go down about the 29. Don't think he made the 30. And North Hills will take over there with 8:34 left. Foskey across the 30. And wrapped up, brought down. What about the 32-yard line? Getting in and making the tackles, Cameron Hopkins. Indians getting the clean jerseys in. Manning will scramble for about 4. And it'll be 3rd down and 3. Tackle by Brent Hucks. Clock rolling under 7.5 to go here in quarter number 4. Again, the Indians have what they needed to win tonight to win the conference outright, with regardless of what happened in the other games. But since Mars beat Hampton, the Indians have won the conference title. And the Indians are there to close quickly on James Hollinger. He'll be dropped for a loss back at the 31-yard line. He'll lose 6 yards. Cameron Hopkins again on the tackle. Also Tyree Brooks. It's 4th down, and Wagner will come on and punt again. Indians will send Dante Pollard back. Wagner, booming kick, will go out of bounds. No, it won't, excuse me. This angle looked like it was headed that way, and it'll roll dead at the 28-yard line. 6:16 to go, 4th quarter. Penn Hills 31, North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Penn Hills takes over at their own 27-yard line.
Again, if you enjoy our broadcast, we'd appreciate your support as we go into WPIAL playoffs. We need to look for some sponsors and some help in procuring the rights from WPIAL to be able to broadcast playoff games. You can go to our Twitter page, our Twitter site, at PHQB Club, or our Facebook page, Penn Hills Indians Quarterback Club. Find the link to our GoFundMe page. Or if somebody who's watching the game, could post a link in the comments. For other folks who are watching, we'd appreciate it, but we'd also appreciate your support to be able to bring you continued coverage of the Penn Hills Indians live as they work their way towards a WPIAL championship. Derek Topek for 6 yards. Indians going Wildcat here. Is that Yindy Parker in a quarterback? Little direct snap at the Topek. Across the 40. Topek into the secondary. Across the 50. Has a first down for the Indians at the North Hills 46-yard line. 20-yard pickup. And there's a penalty flag. Okay, I get the end of the play. Looks like the rain has ended anyway. That's going to be a personal foul against the Indians. Still remains first down. Topek with the direct snap again. Topek tripped up as he crosses the 45 out to the 46-yard line for a gain of 7. Indians grinding it out.
Second down and 3.
Topek will follow Parker to the right. We'll have the first down across the 50 into the secondary. Down at the 46-yard line. 8-yard pickup. I wonder if Coach Ladon has Neil Gordon over there with him whispering in his ear on these play calls. Grinding it out. Chewing the clock. Picking up first downs. Clock rolling under 4 minutes to go. Again, the Indians have already won the 5A Northern Conference title by way of a Mars victory tonight at Hampton. Topek inside the 40, the 35, still on his feet inside the 30. Wrapped up, dragged down inside the 25, goes out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Another 24 yards for Topek. Has 65 yards on this drive. Clock under 3.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Penalty flag comes in. That's delay of game against the Indians? That's what they're calling. Well, you know, if they start the clock after this, take another one. Then another one. If it keeps the clock moving. Yeah, the clock is running. Indy picks up a yard. Parker inside the 20 to the 19-yard line, gain of 7. Clock should be running. There it is.
Third down and 7.
Third down and 7 for the Indians. Topek inside the 15. Topek inside the 10. Topek. It'll be first and goal, Indians. Topek to about the 2-yard line. It'll be first and goal, Indians with 1:36. We'll see if the Indians run a play or just kill the clock here. So we first and goal with the 2.
First and goal from the 1.
Parker comes this way. Sees a Red Sea in front of him. And he'll get dropped for a loss back outside the 5-yard line. Clock approaching 1 minute and running. Play clock hasn't started yet, so the Indians can stretch this out. Indians don't need to snap the ball for another 22 seconds. Topek inside the 5, drags North Hills Indians into the end zone for a touchdown. Gives the Indians a 37-0 lead. Which means for the last 37 seconds, we'll have a running clock. A.J. Collins to try the point after. Collins' kick is up and good. 37 seconds to go. Fourth quarter. Penn Hills 38. North Hills nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Teams mixed up on which side everybody's kicking to. North Hills will return it out across the 31-yard line. Officials will start the clock. North Hills will come to the sideline, and the teams will let this one wind out. The final score, Penn Hills 38, North Hills nothing. Both teams will do the traditional walk across the sideline. Congratulations to John Ladon and crew. The Indians go 10-0 for the first time since 1995. As we head to the WPIAL playoffs. Indians came into this one needing a victory for the conference title. A victory would have given them the title outright, or a Mars victory also would have given the Indians the title. Mars won this one Mars won their game quite some time ago, handing the Indians the conference title. But the Indians did what they needed to do. They beat North Hills by a score of 38-0. The Indians will finish first in the conference, followed by Mars, and then North Hills. Shaler has made the playoffs. We'll check out Kiski. Kiski may also. Armstrong may be your wild card seed in the WPIL playoffs, but nonetheless, the Indians will be at home next Friday night. For a team to be announced, I'm guessing. I'll guess right now it's either going to be Latrobe or Woodland Hills. So we'll check. Gateway will finish number 1, although we haven't. Last I saw, they were up 7-0 over McKeesport. Haven't seen a recent score on that one. Of course, we've been watching the game, not the scoreboard. Peters Township defeated Baldwin tonight by a score of 42-7. We'll just scan real quick and see if we can come up with a Gateway score. But if Gateway wins tonight, they will be the number 1 seed. They're the defending champs and undefeated, so by rights they would be the number 1 seed. Woody High with a victory tonight. They made the playoffs. Remember, not long into the season, some had suggested that Woodland Hills would not win a game this season, and they were I think 0-4 at the time, maybe, and they came back and they got themselves into the playoffs. Armstrong beats Kiski tonight, 24-21. So that throws a wrench into things. Bethel Park beat Upper St. Clair in 5A. I think Peters Township will win the West. So, but the Indians should be the number 2 seed. Shaler beat up Fox Chapel 56-0 tonight. Gateway the final. They win 27-6. Gateway will be your number 1 seed. Penn Hills will be your number 2 seed. Probably Peters Township. I believe they should have won the West, I believe. West Allegheny, I think, was also winning, but I think Peters Township may have had the tiebreaker. But the winner of the Western Conference in 5A will be your number 3 seed. Playoff pairings will be decided Monday night, so we'll find out for certain what is going on. But the only thing that we do know, actually 2 things we do know. One is the rain has started again. And 2, the Indians will be at home next Friday night at UHOS McGinley to host a playoff game for the first time since 2014. So it's been a few years since the Indians have hosted a playoff game, but we will do so again coming up this Friday night. We'll recap the scoring quickly. Mathis, a 38-yard pass to Dante Cephas, who had himself a whale of a football game tonight. Again, the Indians point after troubles, showed themselves again tonight. 6-0 after that one. The kick was a bad. They tried to point after with the kick. A.J. Collins back from his knee injury. It was a bad snap. The Indians not able to get the kick off. In the second quarter, Mathis to Hardy, a 12-yard pass. They went for 2, unable to get the pass into the end zone. It was 12-0. Then Hardy, a 6-yard run. It was 18-0 after that. Again, the point after no good. In the second half, after Tank had already got enough for 1,000 yards rushing on the season, he had a 4-yard run. Indians up 24-0. And then Mathis, a 58-yard pass to Tank Smith. It was about a 5-yard pass. Tank did the rest himself. Collins comes on. The Indians go back to trying to kick the point after. Collins comes on, makes the point after. It's 31-0. And then Derek Topek, as the Indians had the reserves in, scored on a 9-yard run with 37 seconds left. Collins with the kick. Your final score, Penn Hills 38 and North Hills nothing. So that'll do from here from Martirelli Stadium. I'm Bill Navari. Thanks to Bernard Mathis, our cameraman, and all around technical support. Also Helen, our producer. We'll see you next Friday night for the WPIAL playoffs on the Indians Football Network.